seems you have found yourself lost and have stumbled upon this video. If you choose to leave now, I wouldn't blame you. But if you wanted to stay and listen to the ramblings of a boy who is trying to figure out the meaning of his life, you are, of course, more than welcome to stay. Who knows, perhaps in this moment we share, you could find momentary freedom amongst the chaos of life. Freedom to not have to be anything other than yourself, right now, right at this moment. If you've chosen to stay, then I suppose I should introduce myself before we embark further. You can call me boy. There is nothing extraordinary or particularly interesting about my life, and that used to bother me. I make art, and with making art came the yearning for a sense of individuality, a sense of being better than or different to. I longed to stand out and be known by the world. This, I thought, would bring me meaning. Alas, it never did. After enduring the pure desperation of yearning for so long, I now begin a journey of self-discovery. A journey to becoming nobody, to perfect the art of disappearing, to seek the true meaning of meaning. And that journey starts here. I spent so many of my years chasing the sun. I was a slave to its promise of warmth, like a junkie chasing the dragon of fame and notoriety. The sun was my poison for so very long, influencing all the decisions I made, infecting the very core of who I was. As I chased the sun, its warmth seemed to promise a place where shadows of doubt and insecurity couldn't reach, where I would be invincible. A place where true contentment resided. Yet, the closer I thought I got, the more I realized that the promise of warmth was an illusion. Each step taken towards it was a step away from the essence of my true self. The pursuit was exhausting, a relentless race where the finish line kept moving further into the horizon. I was never content. I always wanted more. I needed more. In my endless chasing, I sacrificed moments and memories, trading the depth of genuine connections for the fleeting glances of admiration or hatred from strangers. There were always signs looming over me, calling me to stop, but I just couldn't. The sun's glare blinded me to the beauty of simple joys and the value of just being. Ironically, the brighter the sun shone, the darker the shadows it cast. More recognition brought more darkness and self-doubt. The light I desperately craved obscured the path I truly needed to walk. As I sat one last time in the temporary light of the sun, I felt the pull from the earth between my fingers, pleading with me to give up the eternal chase for more, to appreciate this moment now, to turn inwards, because this is where the true meaning of life lay. I began to listen, to lean further into its calls. I walked through the wilderness, brushing my hands through the present moment as I passed. I began to surrender, to give up this path that brought me endless suffering. Something in me wanted to fight it, to cling on. This life is all I've ever known. It felt as though I was leaving my old self behind. I couldn't, I needed to. As darkness engulfs the sky and the light of the sun fades into memory, I find myself caught in an endless loop of past performances. Each scream a reminder of the hunger that once drove me. Being able to completely let go, to bear all to complete strangers. It was liberating. It all feels so distant now, like echoes of a dream I can't quite recall. In the solitude, surrounded by the ghosts of what once was, I sought to recapture that fleeting high once more. My fingers strummed the familiar chords, each note a desperate whisper into the void. But the magic was gone, replaced by a growing sensation of discontent. The weight of my own expectations smothered me once more. At my desk, I faced my worst enemy, my own mind. Each blank page mirrored the void I continued to feel inside, a reminder of the elusive nature of meaning I'd been chasing. It was here, amidst the screwed up paper and half-finished ideas, that the insecurities of my words never being good enough reached boiling point. I tried my synth, hoping to spark some sort of inspiration that would help me regain the feeling that I was still an artist. But the frustration intensified, fueling the same despair that I have known for most of my life. The despair of not feeling enough in the eyes of others and myself. I couldn't stop. In the silence, where water meets light, the cleansing ritual unfolds. Each candle, a beacon of hope. The water, a cradle of rebirth. Here, I stand at the edge of a new life, ready to wash away the remnants of living in the pain of my ego-fueled desires. As I submerge myself, the water consumes me, a gentle embrace urging me to let go. In the solace of these waters, I find clarity. The struggle, the pain, the endless chase, they dissolve, leaving behind a purity of purpose. Here, in the silence beneath the surface, the noise of the world fades away, and I am left with nothing but the essence of my true self. Stepping out of the bath, each droplet that falls away takes with it a piece of my past. A weight lifted. The false promises are gone. Only the promise of a new beginning remains. I dress for the occasion, simultaneously to mourn my past self, who I've known for so many years now, and to prepare for what's to come. I become nervous. Who am I without the desire to be someone? Without the egoic lust to bask in the adoring gaze of strangers? How will it feel to disappear from view? For my face to be left in obscurity? With this mask, I commit to a life of anonymity. To commit to creating for the sake of creating. To be for the sake of being. To live an unassuming life. A life without craving and need. A life in the present, experiencing the beauty of every mundane moment. I leave to complete the final part of the ritual. In the quiet hum of my journey, each turn of the wheels takes me further away from my past. Through the darkness, I enter further into the depths of the unknown. Stepping into the vast emptiness, I am met with a violent wind coursing through my bones. I walk towards the darkness, my shadows chasing me as I move further and further towards the future, not fully knowing what it will bring, but trusting the process. I pause, momentarily weighed down by the remnants of who I once was. Finally, I surrender to becoming nobody, to committing to the art of disappearing, detaching and focusing on a life of introspection. Each memory flashing before me, reminding me how far I've come on this journey so far. It is from here that true artistry will arise, in the quiet spaces of freedom and self-expression. It is from here where the true meaning of life is created.